The show will start soon with, you know who, the one known as CR, creating Redundancy back again. So yeah, I'll be reconnecting with you, the people out there, and share some time, stories, and stuff. Ooh, and gear. Yes, gear. Survival related topics too, or survival related stuff too. My social media links are in your description right now, so you can go check them out and follow me over there. And if you haven't already, hit me out on a thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. And the show will start soon. Especially since I'm getting some stage props ready. Ooh, it's almost time. It's almost time. You just gotta hold on a little bit longer. Oh, yes, yes. Survival related stuff. And that's a segue, because Survival LT's in the house with me right now. Thanks for dropping by, my friend. Start. The show will start soon. 7 minutes or less. Ooh, about 6 minutes to go. Gonna see some stuff. Oh, maybe even a sneak peek. And maybe I'll ask a few questions too while I'm at it. Get your guys' input, constructive feedback on something. Because constructive has CR in it, just like creative and cover and all those things. It's almost time. About 5 minutes. Don't worry, everyone. Still here. Just gotta wait a little bit longer. Just getting a few things ready. And I'm just gonna get a drink too. I might as well get a drink since I will be talking. So probably not need something to drink because you start talking on live streams, your mouth dries out very quickly. And it's always good to hydrate up, anyways, right? As they say. Ooh, under 2 minutes to go. As Sarah gets ready here. And like always, hit me up on the thumbs up if you're enjoying the content. And leave me a comment in the side chat if you're in live with me right now. And leave me something in the comment down below if you're catching this on the replay. Greatly appreciate everyone dropping by. Under a minute to go. I know you guys are gonna see some stuff too. I have some stuff lined up. Ooh, almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! CR's in the house. Hello, everybody. You are awesome. I told you. See, stage props. You, oh, yeah. Why not? You'll be all glad that aren't you all glad that I bringing some stage props and some puns in? Appreciate everyone dropping by. Just let me move my camera back. Hold on. I'm gonna move my tripod back. Hold on. Just adjusting the tripod just a tad. Okay. Kind of crooked. Yeah, whatever. What's up, Survival LT? How are you doing, man? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully everyone enjoyed this intro. Working on it. And apparently I have to work on it again because I don't have the original file. I only have this copy that I have on StreamYard. So I figure I might as well put to use. So, like I said, I, like who I'm seeing, I hopefully will see a lot more people too. It's awesome, Survival LT, man. Awesome. It's nice to hear that from you. I actually found this. I'm just like, I should just use this as a stage prop. Maybe I should make a little mini pillow heads. Maybe. I figure, I could reuse it since I can. Right? Get it? Right? Metal container. Container has CR in it. Alright. So hopefully everyone's doing good out there and staying warm. I know these stories, these winter stories, winter weather, snow, ice. I think I heard about that semi that got jackknife. When it bends at that pivot point, especially if you towed anything like that, like your trailer or anything like that. Accidents happen and stuff like that. So I'm not getting into that too because I don't put my 2 cents in for that. I mean, I do live here in Canada. So I give my feedback on that. I say board stage props. La Thermos. Just saying. So it's still cold out west here. Still cold out here in Western Canada. I mean, relatively speaking, it's still that minus 22, minus 30 Celsius, minus 22 Fahrenheit range. Wind chill, let's say minus 30 Fahrenheit, minus 35 Celsius, give or take, right? Some places maybe a little bit warmer down south, more northern areas, isolated or uh, out in the country and stuff like that. It's probably feeling like minus 40 Celsius, 40 Fahrenheit, at least. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I can open up my curtains a little. Oh yeah, it's breezy out there. Yeah. Yeah, if you were out there right now, you'd be feeling the cold. You'd be feeling the cold, especially if you're not used to it and stuff like that. I guess I could try out some of the stuff. Okay. Okay. Just had to say that. My volume should be good. Yeah. I have the stream running on a different device, so I can actually tell. Yeah, it should be alright. Alright, cool. So, that's why my tags in this stream are obviously channel name, CR, because obviously I gotta put creative redundancy back in the tags. Survival related stuff, but not just gear. Like I said, I'm gonna be sharing stories and time with you people, reconnecting with you, but the knowledge, skills too. And remember, these are just my opinions. Do your own research and adapt the stuff to your own area. Because it might just, well, save your butt, and where you become less, less discomfort and more just less comfort. And comfort has CR in it too. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know lots of people were doing videos and stuff like that. I noticed them voice my own opinion about that. Because obviously, I am Canadian. Not saying I know everything about cold or winter, but I am Canadian after. So, for the most part, every 6 months I'm gonna come back to it again. And sometimes it lingers. Let's say the extreme cold, especially any extreme cold type of warming, can linger around. Just want to check on something. Just making sure that my battery's still charged. Just had to make sure my battery was still charging. I'm at 99, so not quite perfect, but good enough. And yes, I will be streaming for a little bit on this one because my streamer thing isn't. My renewal period's not till the 16th, so that's next week anyway. So, and I have 15 hours. I'm pretty sure I could do a 2-3 hour live stream. So 20 minutes is just drop in the bucket right now. So coming back to what I was saying, I I know if I was going on a trip I would make sure I bring stuff with me. Maybe it's just the learning from it, just having stuff, especially in the winter. Let's just say winter time, maybe toe straps if you can use them, jumper cables, for example, sand, cat litter for traction, gravel, for example. I know that's heavy, so you probably maybe a bucket, ice cream pail, maybe an old laundry type of container that you can just pour. I think I picked that up from K1. So let me bring back. So, what's up, Prepping Live? What's up, Anna? Yeah, so if you see me disappear, it's because I'm typing in the side chat. My keyboard's over there. My camera's over here. So I appreciate everyone dropping in. And like I said, I'm going to be talking about more survival related things this time around. Winter. Right? I mean, I am Canadian after. I think really there's probably two things that are really important. I think I heard the situation last 24 hours, give or take. I think I heard some people did make it, unfortunately. I'll have to do some more research, see some more about it, just as a way to understand it better, you know, especially if something like that happened to me. I want to know, at least I tried my best to make it more comfortable with a CR and more proactive and less in hindsight, where, hey, maybe that extra thermos of coffee might come in handy, right? Keeps you warm and sort of hydrated. Sort of. Could be tea, could be even hot water, right? Container, and CR in it, alright? One in 10 C's is survivability. What's up, James? Okay, I just highlighted that. Yeah. Even something like that. Or a mix. For example, Perfect Life, a mix of sand, salt, cat litter, salt, cat litter, sand, something like that. Gravel might help. Oh, let's see if I have. Oh, I think just put it somewhere. I thought I got it. Well, anyways, I was gonna bring album example here unless it shows up in the next 5 seconds on it. Oh, yeah, it's over here, but whatever. Shovel. I mean, at least it'll give you something. I mean, what happened? I know it happened in the US, but things like that can happen here in Canada, or frankly, anywhere it gets cold. Anywhere that there's snow, ice, freezing rain, sleet. I mean, it's snowed in British Columbia. It's cold out in the prairies right now, right? I mean, like there was snow in California, right? Something like that. You know, maybe only free season tires or all season tires, not winter tires, no chains or anything like that. I've seen some videos. A shovel might help, especially if you're stuck, right? Sand, cow litter, salt, and stuff like that. What's that called? Alaskan ice melt. I know it's expensive. That blue stuff. You might see that around. It's not great for the road, not great for your vehicles. It's not great for biking either, but it does melt. So, hey, I I have some of it, but or like that road salt, but I use it sparingly because it's not very good for the cement and the road and all that stuff. I don't like using it, but when it comes to the survivalism part, well, it doesn't help if I can't make it out. so So another thing, let's see here. I do have a story here. My buddy. Here, he called me up and they're like, "Hey, CR." I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, buddy? I can get my gate open." What do you mean you can get your gate open? Is it frozen? Oh, you mean that lock that you have? Why, is it frozen? And my buddy's like, "Yeah, yeah." I'm just like, don't you need to get that open? He's like, "Yeah." I was just saying, did you try hand sanitizer? Hand sanitizer, right? And my buddy's like, "Hand sanitizer?" He's like, my buddy's like, that works? I'm like, "Yeah, man." I'm just saying in a scientific way, hand sanitizer, alcohol has a lower freezing point than water. I think it's stuff like that. The next day or whatever, next couple days, my buddy finally got to it and he's like, "Hey, CR." Calls me up. "Hey, CR, guess what, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, what's up, man?" "That lock, I got it open." I'm like, "Sweet, sweet, sweet." I was like, "What you use?" He's like, "The hand sanitizer. It works like a charm." And I asked him, "Did you use a lot?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, that's something I've known about for a while. So, no matter what you think of what's going on right now with, well, another thing that has CR in it, and another thing that has CR in it, another thing that has CR in it, right? Which I won't get into on this channel as much. Hand sanitizer is useful. It's not just for fire related stuff. And I see who's in here. Granny Monster. Yeah, Granny Monster. Backlash. Granny Monster. I'm talking about cold. Winter stuff. Winter survivalism type of stuff. And related into it because it's the beginning of the year. Oh, And Happy New Year, everyone. Just saying. I know it's like a week later, but hey, it still counts, right? Still counts if I haven't seen anyone, right? Still counts if I haven't seen anyone, right? What's up, Herbert? Herbert T. Outdoors. So, yes, let's bring those Herbert. That's Granny Monster. Backlash Fisherman. And Granny Monster. There we go. So, yeah, winter stuff. So, coming back to my story here, I was just, he's just like, oh, I just put a lid on me. Yeah. See? Another example of using knowledge, right? That's a scientific knowledge of knowing, hey, hand sanitizer has alcohol in it, obviously. Yeah, something like 72%, like this bottle that I have right here. They used it and it got them out of a jam, or open a lock, I guess in this case, and it because the water froze inside the lock and they couldn't open it or spin their combination or whatever. And I'm like, did you bring it back inside to let it dry? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, good, right? So something to keep in mind. Again, knowledge, the scientific knowledge, like I said, of hand sanitizer, alcohol has a lower freezing point than water. So it will melt ice depending how cold it is, right? I think I can't. I'm trying to remember the freezing point of alcohol. Well, I know it's lower. I think it's still lower than salt water. And that's 0 Fahrenheit minus 15 Celsius range. I mean, it's stuff that I remember from like school, stuff like that. Hey, Granny Monster, count has CR in it. Remember that. Remember. Count her. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Anyways, that was bad segue. Anyways. Oh, yes. And like always, CR appreciates everyone he sees right now. See? I see you all. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, coming to something else here about this incident that happened in the U.S. I know, like I said, some truck, semi jackknife accidents happen. Obviously you're going highway speeds and stuff like that. Another thing is adapt to the conditions of the road, the weather out there. Visibility's low, maybe slow down a little. If the road's not clear, or partially covered, maybe reduce your speed a little. Give more space to the vehicle, truck, semi, whatever in front of you. Give them a little bit more space. I mean, I always say to myself, wherever you go, whatever you do, whatever your destination is, the most important thing is to get to your destination, to actually get to your destination. I'm rather be 5 minutes late than 5 hours late. Reduce my speed, maybe 10 clicks, for example, right? So I guess let's say, you reduce your speed a little, right? So that way, any sudden stops or anything like that, there's a little bit more time to react to it. I think that's always important. Always important. Make your um, intentions well known, right? I always say that. I've said that before. And like I said, I might not be as experienced as some other people, but I do know the winter is here in Canada. I see it every year, every 6 months. It comes back time and time again. So, anyways, coming back to something else here, especially if you're planning to go somewhere far, right? Let's say local, okay, one thing, right? Let's say within 50 clicks or less, let's say 20, 25, right? But if you're going somewhere that's not taking more than an hour at highway speeds, right? At highway speeds, consider maybe, hey, maybe I should fill up the tank before I leave. Let's not go out there with half a tank. Because if you need that gas, have to idle longer, need a heat, right? At least then you would have the fuel to do something like that. So you would actually have that option. I mean, I remember, let's see, Saturday, Friday, depending how you look at it. I remember, well, technically 2021, last year, back in December, I was out for a walk. I was just walking. I just saw someone. Oh, yeah, nice car, nice car, nice car, and all that stuff, right? Okay, yeah, cool, cool. Wearing, what's like a house coat, you know, house robe, a robe like that, and slippers. And it was icy out. I'm just like thinking to myself, two things. They better hope nothing happens, and hopefully they don't have to walk back because that's not going to be pleasant walking back in that. You know, you can have a nice car and all that stuff, but I'm just saying, just because your car has a heater, yeah, but maybe I don't know, maybe they had something in their vehicle, I don't know, but you know, slippers, maybe they're just dropping off something right real fast, you know, and I've done that before too, where it's just like, oh, it's only gonna be 5 minutes, I can do it, and most of the time, you think about it, hey, nothing that's happened, but most does not mean always. There's still an outside chance. You know, everyone else's luck, my luck, does not happen when I'm rushing, right? Or does like, oh, I'm not gonna bring something in that bag this time. Yeah, yeah, I've seen that before too. It's happened before to me too. You know, I went out, for example, something happened. I didn't bring my get home bag or my backpack with me because I was literally going for 5 minutes. You know, literally 5 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. Something happened. Now I had stuff on me, right? EDC items. Maybe something at least like a tin or more, right? This is just an example. This is not the same tin, but it helped me get back to my bag where I had more better, more adequate type of supplies. And well, let's just say I have a scar from that. So, but that'll be another story. let me something on the side chat right now. Maybe you've experienced something in the last, let's say, 4 or 5 years, on your outings when you drive or walk. I mean, because I always assume, it doesn't happen to everyone, and it doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen, and it's not a matter of when. It's more a matter of, it's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when it's not happening. Because like I said, you could be the safest person and do all this stuff, but there are people, right? Unfortunately. Okay, perfect. Like, yeah, see, let me highlight that. Things happen. Yeah, we're not all perfect, right? Things happen. Just hold on a sec. Just have to make sure my camera is on. Actually, hold on. I can turn up the brightness. Anyways, just being proactive, just in case. Knowing my way, I'll stream for the next 20 minutes. It's just like, what? I thought it was 100%. What? It wasn't charging the last 20 minutes? Yeah, proactive. Anyways, move that down. Because I've seen things and things happen. And, wear adequate clothing to the conditions, the weather that's currently going on. We're in an age right now where, hey, we got information, technology at our fingertips, right? So we know, even without going outside, it's cold. I know it's cold outside right now. It's minus 30 Celsius, at least. It's probably windy too. Yeah, it's windy. I can see the trees swaying. Yeah, it's windy out. Stuff like that. Or rain or something like that. I remember this one time. It was during the summer. When was this? 2018? I think it was 2018. 2018 or 2019. And I was walking. It's like, oh yeah, there's a 10% of precipitation, right? Probability of precipitation pop, right? I was just like, of course, my luck. I'm just walking back. I'm like, doo doo doo. I'm like, I'm like, I'm like, it's getting all gray. I'm trying to simulate that. It's not really. Then the wind's picking up. It's like, the next thing I hear is, I'm like, really? It's raining? That 10% chance just turned to 100% chance. And of course, I'm just randomly there at an isolated shower. I'm like, really? Really? I couldn't believe that. I was just like, now luckily, I did bring something with me. So, and it didn't last long. So it was like isolated showers. Like, real isolated because apparently I was the only one who got wet. It's like, really? Summer came back out and I dried back out and stuff like that, so it was all good. But I had something just until the sun came back out, right? To buy me time. I wasn't, usually I bring it with me, especially during the summer, anyways. So you can buy me some time. If absolutely necessary, I can dip into more rugged stuff. you know, especially if I plan it or something like that, or if I'm going far and stuff like that. Let's see. Okay. So where I'm going with this is clothing, cover. Cover has CR in it, by the way, right? One of the tendencies of survivability, clothing, shelter, right? Those are important things. Exposure too. Especially in this example, winter. Exposure is really important. I mean, come on, remember, because exposure is probably going to be one of those big things, right? So I try, and I always say to other people, dress warm. Dress warm for the conditions. Layers and stuff like that. You can see I'm wearing layers. I'm wearing layers. I'm definitely wearing layers right here. These are just the. What's up, Jerry? Alright, just for you, Jerry, just for you, my friend. Yeah, just for you. I figure that would spark your interest in this conversation about winter. See my segue? See it? See how I tossed that in? So, yeah. Well, hopefully no one heard that audio. Because I'm still playing in my ear. And I just pulled out the headphones. Yeah, because I don't want to get that word that has CR in it. That word. Yeah, I don't want to get that. But, anyways, back to what I was talking about. Shelter. Clothing. Cover. CR in it. It's important. I mean, we have the ability right now. Especially first world nations, here in Canada, US, UK, whatever, right? These places, clothing's readily available. I mean, come on, there's fast fashion out there. There's thrift stores, secondhand stores and stuff like that. And stuff like wool. Yes, this is 100% Lana wool. Michelle put these on. Everybody goes, I don't like the color. Well, I don't wear them for the color. I wear them because they're warm. Because they're wool. And I know the benefits of wool. So I wear these. And it's cool. I don't have to wear them right now also. But I can wear them. And this, I didn't spend any money on this. So, to me, something like this. Or even in your vehicles or whatever, having spare warmer clothes, maybe it's not one time you decide you're wearing dress clothes. You're going to some celebration, going to work, that kind of thing. You're you're not in your kind of usual attire, and you're wearing more dressy, fancy type of clothes. So how about go with a winter jacket, ski pants maybe, boots, spare socks, spare mitts, gloves. I prefer mitts over gloves, but because it keeps your fingers together. Because your foam always gets cold faster. At least for me, it does. It's one of my wants. What's up? Harvey in the house with CR. Just reading what you guys are saying right here. Yeah, exactly. Appreciate that. It's just yeah, that one. Yeah, layers. Yeah. To me, yeah, I always wear layers. I mean, there is one time. Okay, twice. Okay, maybe a few more than twice, but where I've worn 6 layers. You're like 6 layers, CR. Yeah, 6 layers. Yeah, that's when it was minus 40 Fahrenheit, minus 40 Celsius. Like, close to the air temperature. The windshield was probably worse. I'm like, yeah, I remember. Oh. My friend, because I walked somewhere, I'm just like, friends are like, CR, aren't you cold? Because they see me not wearing, per se, a winter jacket, right? And then until I told them, like, yeah, but I got 6, 7 layers on, right? So I'm warm like that. Instead of having one big jacket, I decided to wear a lot of layers. I could actually put on another jacket over top of that if I wanted to, because I want to see how effective are these layers. You know, I wasn't going too far, right? And I had the degree of safety net, so I just wanted to see. But pretty much my torso, chest, core was pretty warm. Just my hands, maybe my face and stuff like that. Just because, like I said, it was windy out, so there was wind chill, Arctic wind. It was windy out, and I was walking for a good 20-30 minutes, give or take. Yeah, you like wool socks? That's my brother right there. Second star survival. Okay. I like how you said hi, Jerry, first. Yeah. But I'm not a complaint. Why am I whispering? How are you doing, my friend? Not a complaint. But coming back to what I was saying here about clothing and stuff like that, I think it's all important. Because, like I said, I wore 6 layers that day. I I actually had, I've shown this to Uncle Al, the Bullfrog 79, in the stream this one time on a panel. I think I mentioned this before. I've actually worn that day. It was minus 40. I wore a glove, another glove, a mitt, then a jumbo mitt. I had 4 layers on. So yeah, because I knew, well, I'm gonna be walking in like close to or near or below minus 40 with an Arctic windshield. I better be taking it seriously. You know, it's frostbite really, frostnip and frostbite really does burn. Really hurts. It does hurt. I mean, it's your flesh freezing. And you know what happens when water freezes? It expands. That's why you feel that burn. Ugh. I mean, I've I've had frostbite. Yeah, it's not fun. It's no fun. You know, and I don't like doing this kind of thing with your breath because it always blows moisture into your gloves, moisture into your hands. You have to actually keep that going. If you stop, your hands will get cold because now there's moisture in it, in the material. So I try to avoid that. I do it if I have to, but I try to avoid that because it just spirals downward because you're adding moisture into the glove. I don't like doing that. Let me see here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Layers are important. Okay. Yes, it's nice to see Jerry. Don't worry, I'm gonna get into something kind of hot real soon here. Don't worry, guys, gals, people at the side chat, right? But first, appreciate everyone dropping in right now who's currently in my side chat. Leave me very welcoming, constructive, encouraging chat feedback and stuff like that. Appreciate it. If you're catching this on a replay, hey, welcome. Enjoy what you're seeing. Hit me on those thumbs up, and stuff like that. Especially, let's see if I can do this on time. Especially if it sparks your interest. Hopefully I can see this on camera. Okay. Return. Actually, I should mute myself. It's kind of loud. Right? Yeah. Again, I don't know what this is. Quartz. Quartz is harder than steel in this case. So, but first, I'm going to talk about the shelter still. Because, I mean, shelter keeps going for you, right? It's passive. You don't really have to work at it. It doesn't dry you out anytime soon, unlike, heat sources like a fire heater in your vehicle and stuff like that. But the warmer you're dressed, the less likely or the less heat you might, or external heat you might need. For example, hopefully that makes sense. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Putting that up on the screen as proof that Jerry said this. See? That's what Jerry just said. Okay, Jerry. Yeah, we can't have that happen. Oh, something in my eye. Wait, I'm trying to wink. Hey, just for you, Jerry. Oh, you. See, I found this actually, so that's why I'm using it. Using it as a stage pro. But on a serious note, the clothing is important. I mean, I'm not saying not having heat or controlling your own blood. Not having external heat is not important, but you want to retain the heat that you do have as much as possible too. Even eating fuels your metabolic heat, right? Warms you up. You know that. What people have said that. Cheers. Really? Hmm. Hmm. Anyway, I was remembering that's quite loud. So yeah, I mean that's no fair seam rod, but still, I mean I would have to use probably char cloth, char punk wood, char material, for example. Let me see here. Really, Jerry? Exactly. Exactly. Clothing is your first layer of shelter, right? Then comes, you know, let's say being in the vehicle, blocking the wind, and stuff like that. Home, apartment, you're dwelling right now, right? Most of us were probably under a roof with walls and something below us. So they always say sweeping something in, under, and above you, well, below you or under you. So, right, same thing. Let's see. Yeah, there's options out there. Some people can't wear wool. Some people are allergic, can't find it, or it doesn't fit them, or whatever. So you gotta wear like synthetics, leather, maybe something else. I guess we're gonna have some comedic relief. Thanks, Jerry. No, so not. So, anyways, coming back to what I was talking about. Jeez, I'm already an hour, and I haven't even gone through the story yet. But like I said, I'm going to talk about winter and relate it into that survival ism part because I think it's important because I'm Canadian after all. So, I mean, I could talk about it. I think it's important. I mean, I figure I would cover it with a CR, right? And like I said, maybe talk about more of the redundancy part of the channel a little bit more than the creative part, right? Let's see here. Come on. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Hello, adventures with these. And welcome to my side chat and my stream. Appreciate you taking the time to drop in. Okay. So let's see here. So let's move on to the next thing here. Water and fire. Heat and hydration. I guess what's the first thing that's gonna come to mind for most people? Let's just bring something out for stage props, right? So on these, disposable lighter, clipper, Bic, dollar store version, whatever, right? Anyways, a flame source, right? Now, disposable lighters, you gotta keep them warm, right? If they fall below freezing, the fluid level, there's no pressure. So you gotta warm them back up, and stuff like that. So I know sometimes I'll go like this. Let's say this lighter has fluid in it. I got it cold. It's been sitting outside or sitting on the outside of my body or whatever. It's like, okay, oh, no, there's no. I see the spark, but no flame, and I know there's fluid. Warm it up. Warm it up. Put it underneath your armpit. If you really had to, you can put it in your mouth. But usually I just go like this or like this underneath my armpit. Underneath your armpit's warm. Assuming that you're dry and your core body temperature is just still warm. You just want to warm up the lighter so you can use it to light, let's say, some sort of candle or whatever. I'll put that on the screen. Oh, did I just make a pun in there? Oh, looks like I'll have to do that again. That was bad. Okay, anyways. Yeah. So ladies, matches. I don't mind matches in the winter because they're not vulnerable to cold because they're solid state. They're not a liquid like butane, for example. So they're not vulnerable to the cold. However, they may get wet, they may break off, stuff like that. And not everyone has, lifeboat, stormproof, those orange matches, that light up in the wind, light underwater, keep burning and all that stuff. We must be, right? We must be. So, and of course, for anyone that does any time outdoors, even, I guess, the bushcrafting community, the emergency preparedness community, and, it's probably in your go bag somewhere, for example. You might even every day carry one. You might have a version on your keys. You might have one with magnesium bar, stuff like that. Different sizes, and stuff like that. Generally, bigger is easier to work with and stuff like that. But some sort of ferrocerium rod, ferro rod. This just happens to have magnesium. You could see I braided this, and you don't see that too. Hacksaw striker. So I was actually working with this earlier. These 90 degrees areas on your striker, so you watch. You roll up my sleeve. It looks like I'm not cheating, right? Like, yeah, I'm grabbing it with my thumb and pinky. Look at this. Look at that. I'm not even applying that much force. This is how I judge how great how good the sparks can be. Because I can do this with just my pinky and thumb, barely any force. If I'm barely even doing it, honestly, if I really try, right now I'm trying, I can really go at it, right? If I barely touch it and I'm getting sparks, that's a good time. That's a good sign in my books because that means if you really try and really, push down and all the way from the top to the bottom, I'm not gonna do it because I'm inside and I don't want, yeah, right? Remember, fire is a double-edged sword. So, yeah, that's why I'm just doing it really slowly. But I like just like, okay, no, it's not. See, my pinky and thumb too. So I'm getting pretty good spark off now. Because I always refine this, the back of the spine up the striker, just so it's the best it can be if you want to go towards that. But in this situation, in this situation, you're on highway, cars are backed up, there was an accident, there's a delay, and, per se, rescue or help is gonna be a long time, right? I'm all for having ferrocerium rods and stuff like that, spark methods and stuff like that, but if I'm trying to light a candle, for example, I'm gonna run with a lighter, right? In a situation like that. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to light a candle with a ferrocerium rod. I know it's possible. There's ways of doing going about it. Yeah, Ghost is in here. What's up, Ghost? What are you doing? Let me bring that up. Just for you, Ghost. Yeah, brought it up just for you. Let me just. What you saying there, second so? Mm-hmm. But in this situation, you're in your vehicle, right? Because most of the time, stay with your vehicle. Most of the time, right? Most of the time. Unless otherwise, right? Unless it's no longer safe to be inside or you have no other options anymore. Because to a certain degree, yeah, in winter, it's going to be icebox. But it does block the wind, windshield. Cold is one thing, air temperature. Windshield, it just blows right through you. Especially if you don't have anything to block the wind, right? Because we all have this little bit of layer of warmth right by us, but the wind blows that off. So we start feeling cold, for example. Yeah, thanks, Harvey. So, anyways, and I guess situations like that, soul recognition and potassium permanganate, exothermic reactions, those are things. I'm saying they're not impossible to do, or they probably wouldn't be the first choice, and hopefully not the only choice you have. Hopefully you would think ahead and it's like, oh yeah, winter, it's gonna be cold, so heat, warmth, core body temperature, clothing, a lighter, yeah, and a lighter. I mean, many places you can get a lighter. I mean, first world nations, we get the dollar store if you want to go that route, you know, or if you want to get, clipper, a bake and stuff like that. I mean, it's fun. It's fun as I bring in some stories here. Last year, I actually found 3 big lighters. Yeah. 1 mini big and 2 regular size. And most of them, if not all of them, were 3/4 or all the way full. I found these. So I know it's possible to score these resources to add to, let's say, a car kit, or a car emergency bag, for the car, right? Because obviously, for the most part, if we're not at home, we're probably driving or walking or something like that. So, but those lighters, I've either given them to other people to use, or I have added them to my own bags, my own kits, or maybe I'm EDCing it now, for example, right? Okay. So I just want to present that or tell that story. I know I mentioned it, but just always keep your eyes peeled, right? Because you never know. You never know what's around that next corner. It could be that resource that, hey, I can add this to my bag. I was missing, instead, you know, I know ACR, I know I bought this later, the other day. I just found another one, which means I can have a spare in that bag too, or something like that, or just carry it in my pocket, or leave it in the vehicle, for example, right? Like I said, you can warm up that later if you really had to, right? It'll probably warm up if you're driving anyways. For the most part, right? For the most part. Especially if you really need it right now, right? Yeah. I almost forgot about those plasma lighters, arc lighters, and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Okay. See, James is still with us. Awesome. Appreciate everyone dropping in. Boom! Speaker pop in. Tosslander! What's up, man? Hi. Had to type that in. Appreciate it. Ooh, some scoring some free stuff. Nice. Hopefully it's all useful. Yeah. Speak of free stuff, right? Lovely. Let me get something here. Hold on. It's too much. Metal cannon with a lid. Just one I have, for example. I could put a candle in there if I wanted to. Something like that. It'll give me an option. And it's a metal container. And remember, a container has CR in it. And if I really had to, because it's a segue into the water and stuff like that, right? I say try to at least bring water container with you, just so you even have it, right? Even if it's only half full, hopefully more would be better, right? If you had a full liter of water, you can make it 24 hours. I'm pretty sure. Because in this situation, remember, this situation's winter in a vehicle. This incident that happened in the US and some other places and stuff like that about car accidents, traffic accidents in the winter and stuff like that. I mean, I'm seeing videos. I remember seeing this video like almost 9 years ago now, and it happened here in Canada and stuff like that, right? Because you could be on the side of the road, for example, right? You know, you got a broken axle, you can't drive out, and you gotta leave. You know, tow truck or whatever. You don't know how long that's gonna be. That's cool. I was wondering. Let me highlight that right there. Straight up. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Well, I appreciate you swinging by, Auslander. You know, I throw that one out. Hold on a second. I'm gonna make sure I don't bend my cable in here. Hold on a second. Remember what I said earlier? I have my phone plugged in, obviously. Use StreamYard. It's full, but it wasn't maintaining a charge, so it would drop. I'm just like, thank goodness I checked. Just in case I know better. Okay. Anyways, coming back to what I was saying, you know, water and stuff like that, right? At least have something to drink. You know, yeah, you can melt snow. I don't know, you want to melt snow right by the highway because you don't know what's been out there. Or you want to venture deeper. For example, if you really had to do that. I heard a certain method of getting snow, which could be a segue into the next thing that would eventually happen in that 24-hour period, for example. Right? You're gonna use the restroom, right? Right, and all that stuff. So I was thinking to myself, for everyone out there, you know, if you're on the side of the road and you had to do that or that, you're or or un, dos, or yeah, whichever one, right? I was thinking to myself, wouldn't it be nice if you had something to hide behind, for example? And I was just thinking to myself, trash bags, contractor bags, well, maybe a tarp too, but a contractor bags, right? Because you can't switch to black ones because you won't be able to see through that. All right, no one can see you, so you're gonna, you know, squat. You know, you can have a little bit more privacy if you really had to do that, right? If you really had to do that, because you know, just knowing your luck or my luck, it'd be like, oh, of course I have to. We're on the side of the road, and I have to do those things. So it would be nice to know, hey, and not to feel embarrassed. What to say? Okay. What? Let me read that. Sweet, 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 sweet second star. Sweet, sweet. Oh, I should have brought a stage prop for second star. Okay, sorry. Next time, second star. I think I should actually bring a stage prop for you. Anyways, so let's see. We've talked about fuel, traction, shovel, shelter, cover, tools to use, combustion, heating, core body temperature. Something like a blanket would help too. Okay, well, 24 hours. You're stuck in a vehicle, for example. Car, truck, whatever, right? Maybe you're alone, maybe you're not. What do you do? Right? What do you do in the meantime, right? Like, you know, are you listening to radio? Okay. Let's say 2 hours later, 3 hours later. Do you have something to do in the meantime, right? And let's say you're gonna wait. Hey, the tow truck will be there, but you gotta wait 4 hours. 4 hours? What? Well, you're all the way out there. It's gonna take at least 4 hours, maybe an extra hour because the roads conditions or whatever, right? Icy, snowy, whatever. So you need something to do. So some people be like communicating out, and that's another thing I should have mentioned beforehand. Before you go anywhere, especially if you're going out, in terms of long duration on the highway, let people know, call them and be like, message people and be like, hey, CR, yeah, hey, I'm going out on this road trip, you know, just letting you know. Okay, okay, just need to let people know, right? At least people then know. They're not worried, right? I should have mentioned that in the first place. Jeez, you guys are talking a lot here. Hi. Figure out pop that in the chat here. You got that too. Chill Gorilla Tarp. Ooh, sounds fancy. Sounds fancy, prepping life, man. Cheers. Cheers with a CR in it. Okay. So, let people know where you're going. I think that's important too. Right? You know, I know some people live alone or whatever, right? Yeah, just tell a friend. Tell a friend. Message people on your social media. You do that kind of thing, right? Just or privately. Just in case, right? You know. And another thing is, I know I talked about the fuel thing, and for the most part, if you're in a vehicle, you probably have access to power, right? Obviously, you know. But I would say keep a spare USB cable for your phone in your vehicle. One that's a spare one. You're probably like, well, see, I can already keep one in my vehicle or whatever, right? Well, those kind of things I've I've seen can not work, or they become what I call flaky, or not as reliable the next turnaround because a bend or something like that. It would be nice to know, hey, I know this cable works for sure. I haven't even really used it, but I know it works, right? So just in case, right? Really easy thing too, right? I mean, this could be a cable you know that works for sure. You just don't use it much, right? Maybe it's because it's too long or too short, right? Or not as convenient as like, your dock that you have for your phone, for example. Because I've seen that before with cables and stuff like that. Where it's just like, you know, because if you don't have a cable to charge your phone, right, you might as well not even have power for the phone, right? If that makes any sense. It's just like what I say about battery banks. If you do something like that for a kid, get home bag or whatever, right? You know, have the cable in there and double check that the cable is actually working for you. Don't always assume, hey, is this cable actually working? And most of the time, it's probably gonna work. Yeah, 99.9% of the time, it's not working. It's that 1.0001% chance, right? I know that Murphy's Law will tell you, oh no, now I'm stuck in traffic too, stuck behind a pile of bunch of vehicles or whatever. You know, there's a big accident a mile or a kilometer away. I'm behind hundreds of cars now. Can't get back. Can't really turn around for some reason, and I boxed in or whatever, right? And knowing you, it's like, oh, okay, oh, my phone's down to 20%, low battery indicator, I'll charge it. Oh, it's not working. Really? Right? Where, in hindsight, you'd be like, ah, I should have brought it near a charger. But if you're proactive, for fun, you might have been like, hey, I keep another cable in the glove box. There's another one in my car kit or get home bag, right? For example. I'm missing some of the chat. Sorry. Yes, 2 is 1, isn't it? Right? Yeah. That one too for second star. Oh, it's raining there. Okay. Anyways, coming back to what's saying about the power thing, right? I mean, because if you if you don't have power, you're not making an emergency call. You're not making that call or text message. Hey, I'm safe. I'm just behind this big pile up on the highway. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna be late for work or whatever. I'm gonna be late coming home and getting home and stuff like that. Right? Communication's important. Right? So people actually know what's going on and not worried. Oh my gosh, I don't know where CR is. I hope he's okay. I know he was supposed to be on the highway. He hasn't called me back. And I think this is the highway he's supposed to be on. I'm hearing it on the news, right? To find out later, it's like, oh, sorry I didn't call you or text message you or whatever. My phone died. What? What means your phone died, sir? I think you were in the vehicle or whatever. Yeah, well, the charger I thought was working wasn't working, so I couldn't charge up my phone. I only had like 5%, let's say 1% left, and I'm like, I just turned it off. I just turned it off just to make one last emergency call if I really had to, right? I'm like, oh, yeah, just something to think about, right? Now, also, like I said, it doesn't happen like that all the time, but Murphy's Law, right? Oh, yeah, this car accident happened. Now I can't charge my phone either, right? And you'd be like, you just be thinking to yourself, it's like, I knew I should have went to this trip next weekend. I knew I should called in sick for work or whatever, right? Something like that. Oh boy, oh boy. TMI, TMI. TMI, TMI. Yeah. Hey, I could put my own comment in. TMI. Anyways. So, anyways. And really, the last thing I'm really saying in this example, a little bit of food, right? You know, maybe you're like you going grocery shopping, or you're bringing something to someone else, right? That leftover turkey or whatever. You know, a little snack in your vehicle and stuff like that. I know most people would probably, grab something on the way out, or even drive through, I guess, too, right? Just because, you're on the road and stuff like that. So, but having something like some sort of trail mix, something that can keep well even in the cold, right? Maybe that doesn't require cooking too, right? So, or let's say MRE with a heater, peanut butter, right? So when you don't actually have to cook like pasta or rice, even mount freeze dry type of meals, right? You still have to cook. You still have to boil water for that or heat it up, ideally. You know, to maintain your energy, right? Because you might have to do stuff outside, and like I said, when you're eating, build up metabolic heat inside to keep you warm. Isn't that? Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Oh dang. Looking at. Looking at. See? Again. Right. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Right. Things like that happen. Unfortunately, very rare, but dang, second star. Yeah. Very perfect life. Yeah. Just, oh, that's cool. Perfect life. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Hmm. In your opinion, how is the best way to get out of sugar stand? I have no idea. I have no idea. Mm-hmm. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Oz. Well, you might have, but I haven't. Yeah. Yeah. So we're still, yeah. Yeah. Peanut butter and honey. Hold on a sec. Just checking on my battery. Knowing my luck, right? Knowing my luck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He'll keep you going. Mm-hmm. Geez, I didn't realize I was so far behind the channel. Oh, guess who's in here? Let me play that. Okay, second star. And hello, Iron Fire Horse. I got you. I understand. It's all good. It's all good, second star. Priorities, right? Real world. I would understand. Right? If it was over on your something happened here, then I would have to do the same thing. It happens. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. I really should use my laptop better. So I can actually see the chat there. And maybe increase the font size. And not hit my camera. Yeah, there we go. I can see the chat better. So I don't have to rely on the screen. Because I only can see you too. At least on my laptop. I full over a laptop, unfortunately. Yeah, that's another story, right? Wow, I've already been talking about this for 90 minutes. So, coming back to, you're eating, okay, you're drinking, you're moving the snow from your tailpipe, okay, you're putting down cat litter, sand, or whatever to keep bypass this one ice spot, okay. Then what? What do you do? Do you have something to do, right? Maybe your vehicle's still running, right? Okay, so your phone's charging, so you're doing something, whatever, right? Maybe you're even live streaming because you have data or whatever, right? The situation you're talking to someone. Okay, then what? Then what else do you do? Right? Is there something else you gotta do? All right, Oz. Take care, Oz. Take care, Oz. Appreciate it. Yes, appreciate that. Well, hey, you never know what'll happen, right? You never know. Like that. So, on the road trip that I did, this had to be like 3 years ago, I think. 2018? 2018, maybe 2017. Anyways, I wasn't actually the one driving, so obviously you're driving well. You can only do so much, right? I mean, that's the way it is. But if you're with other people, they can drive too or whatever, you might switch off, and stuff like that. Very common, especially, you know, you're driving over a different province, state, more than 8 hours, 12 hours even, right? Rest and stuff like that. Honestly, be alert behind the wheel and stuff like that. The whole iron fire horse. So one of the things I did, which I'm actually gonna do right here. Oh, is I might have lost Osminder, but I know who else I gained. Someone else who went from down under. Hey, pal. Boom. Happy New Year to you too, Valerie. Nice to see you, my friend. Um, randomly, Sailor's here now, and I was been talking about winter stuff. And remember, this could be for our reasons, right? It could be for our reasons, whatever, right? It could be in the middle of the summer. That'd be a little bit different, honestly. Priorities are different. Water probably be more important, stuff like that. But you might still have to, the downtime, right? In between drinking water, removing snow from your tailpipe, around your tailpipe, and stuff like that, or driving forward. And you're not the one driving, or you have other people in there, right? You keep them occupied, right? I was, those games, the license plate game, right? I used to do that with people all the time. Let's play the license plate game, right? You try to make, you see the license plate of the next vehicle in front of you or whatever beside you, left lane, center, right, whatever. You make some funny story or something like that. You know, that can let some time go by. Another thing that I do from time to time is braid. Yeah, see, I actually made this earlier. So while I'm talking about stuff to do, I'm actually gonna braid this because I am. It's almost like knitting or so. Well, I've sewn in a vehicle, but that was part. I probably wouldn't do that while it's moving for obvious reason. Honestly, I think you want to be careful if you're cutting, poking anything like a needle, cutting an apple or anything like that, especially in traffic. You want to be careful. I'm just saying, right? Because you don't know what's gonna happen. You know, you have a sharp instrument in your hand and you're moving, right? I always like, okay, take a look. Well, no one's behind us. We're well below, but well behind people. Okay, peel or cut the apple, for example. So yeah, see, I'm gonna braid this while we're talking about this. Just find me in the center here. Okay. And again, I'm gonna make a zipper chain center here. As I've shown before. So you guys can see this live. And hopefully it doesn't snap on me this torn. Yeah, exactly. Pumpkin life. I missed that. I gotta change my. Yeah, right there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sleeping bags too. I almost forgot about that. Right, part of the shelter cover. With CR in it, just like this cordage that I'm trying to make with yarn. Okay. I mean, I could keep this up a while actually, because I was in the passenger side. I was driving. Someone else was driving, and I'm just like, I'm in the passenger side. I'm like, well, I need something to do. It's an 8-hour trip plus, right? You know, and obviously you can make conversation and stuff like that, but sometimes what more can you say, right? And I don't, you know, obviously the radio's playing, music's playing. Yeah, that's a given. You know, or news is playing or whatever, right? You know, XM, satellite radio, whatever, right? And that MP3, CD, radio, whatever, right? Podcast that you're playing, right? Maybe having that. Well, I know for me, I need something to actually do, right? So sometimes I'll braid, right? So if you had younger people, maybe it's, I don't know, color, word games, right? you know, I spy with my little, yeah, I spy with my little eye something red turning gray. Red and turning gray. What could that be, CR? It's called hitting that red button right down there. If you haven't subscribed, then changing it to gray. That was bad. That was bad. I know. I think I throw that out. He said way into that, right? Yeah, I just said that. I'm working with you here a lot, huh? Okay. Cool. Okay. Slowly making it. But yeah, something like this. I think I'm in that situation. I just made the strands in France and just daisy chained it. And just like just making conversation and stuff like that. It's just something to pass by the time, you know. I could go. Huh. Exactly. So I keep this up here. So something like this, I can just keep this up for a while. It's almost like knitting. This is something to do. And technically, I'm being productive. Right? You know, because it's downtime at that time. For this example, right? You know, so I could be, you know, hey, there's a pile up, 4-car pile up. It's gonna take a couple hours for us to get through, or whatever, right? Emergency vehicles to come out here on the highway. We're, you know, 5 hours away from the nearest town or whatever, right? You know, 100 cars are behind us or whatever, right? You know, need something to do. I'd be like, well, you got those scissors in the first aid kit? Yes, yeah, why? Can I borrow this bag? Why? Because I'm gonna make some porn. You ain't going anywhere, right? And safely cut and use cutting tools, obviously. Like I said, when you use cutting tools when you're stopped, or you know there's nothing to go on, right? Safety first, right? Just saying. But coming back to my story about this, I just made these in advance, right? These are all daisy chained together. They come up to the 2-hour mark here. So I'm just gonna braid this real quick here. And I'm just gonna get somewhere on it. Okay, I got 2 inches, give or take. And this bag was probably enough to fit a book. That's about it. And this bag actually had holes in it, like the pre-punch, hole punch holes that you might see in bags. So I wasn't holding water in it or anything like that. So, well, what can I use this for? Right? Because it could be like that. Or I'm just like, well, what to do, right? You know, if you're traveling with people, let's say you're traveling with your friends and something like that. Deck of cards, you know, Uno, you know, something like that. You know, maybe you're playing, I don't know, you're with a bunch of your buddies. Maybe you're playing Texas Hold'em. You know, say I snapped it. I have to daisy chain that back in. But you know, or what crazy aids, I don't know, whatever, right? Just to keep your mind occupied, right? Maybe some iron card games or whatever, right? I mean, depending on your group, right? You could be like, hey, let's talk about survivalism right now, CR. I'm like, what? Well, we're already in it. Let's go talk about it. Be sure. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I should pay attention to what I'm doing. Because I'm trying to correct it for the real fun. I mean, I'm just doing this for fun, really. I don't really have to do this. But this could be, you know, something that I can, let's say you had to wait 4 or 5 hours. you know, it has an apart PLARN. I can make cordage with a CR in it. Sorry, I had to reach over and get something. Yeah. Stage props, right? It's not, I didn't even plan it that way. I wasn't even planning to bring it up. Just saying. You know, I have no idea how strong this will be, but whatever. Yeah. Cutting tool. Yeah. Cutting tool, multi-tool, yeah. Mm-hmm. It just gives you some, well, I'm doing this just to give myself something to do while I'm talking, honestly. You can see I do practice this every so often. I mean, because I remember I was at my friend's place. Yes, those streams that I did. Those very long streams I did in creation mode. Before that laptop kind of failed. And the hard drive, right? Well, I needed some cordage. I'm like, wow. I was thinking to myself, oh yeah, I got some paracord or some cordage with me. I'm like, but I just needed a little. And I had to cut it anyways, right? I'm like, well, wait a second. My buddy's got scissors, a cutting tool, and a container, as in eggs. So I just braided up, cut this up, one continuous strip apart or cordage, and braid it up into zipper chains in it. And basically made the cordage to use for what I needed it for at that time. It feels like minus 20. Sorry, Firehorse, it feels like minus 30 out west. Minus 22 Fahrenheit. 0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit. 50 Fahrenheit is 10 Celsius. 21 Celsius is 70 Fahrenheit. 88 is plus 30 Celsius. Minus 40 is minus 40 here. Minus 20 Fahrenheit. 22 Fahrenheit is minus 30 Celsius. And I believe minus 24 Celsius is about minus 11 Fahrenheit. And 0 Fahrenheit is minus 17 Celsius. Oh, and 212 Fahrenheit is 100 degrees Celsius. 140 Celsius is 104 Fahrenheit. 95 Fahrenheit is 35 Celsius. And by the way, wow, CR, you actually know that conversion. That's because it's got CR in it, right? I'm just saying, see, conversion has CR in it. I'm just saying. Up, Jamie. Yeah, what CR said. Yeah, I know. Okay. Almost done here. While I keep talking about this, I'm making braiding. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, coming back to what I was saying about keeping busy for anyone that's just coming in right now, I've been talking about winter, and not just here in Canada, but other places like in the U.S. You know, you're stuck behind traffic, or major car accidents pile up in front of you, kilometer mile away. 50, 100 car backup and stuff like that. You know, you can't go back for whatever reason, or you can't get out of the lineup or whatever. So you have to wait. You have to wait for the road to be open, to clear. The tow trucks to come. Uh, and all that stuff. And one that's seen, what's that show on Discovery Channel? Highway for Hell. Yeah. Sometimes it takes hours, right? Because they gotta do it in a certain way, right? You might get lucky, and there might be one lane open, but hundreds of cars going for that takes a little bit, right? Because also that's at a reduced speed, not at highway speed. Valerie, how do I remember all that? It's because you guys always bring it up. I don't know how I remember some of that though. I think it must be the numbers. I must be good counter at conversion. Oh wait, both have CR in it. Just saying. Oh dang, my friend. Well, I guess that's another thing. It's funny. Ever since I started this stream, it's just like seeing examples. If you can get something, my friend. Dang, it's almost done. Yeah, see, it's weak right here. I should tie this part better. Well, I guess we're gonna try something out. I'm gonna see if I can put the alpine butterfly loop or not in. Let's see if that actually works. I guess that's because I know I've been saying about gear, and I'm showing very so often gear and stuff like that, but in resources, physical things, right? Battery banks, headphones, batteries, gas, fuel, petrol, a thermometer, wool blankets, shoes, food, water, and all that stuff. Contractor bags that also have CR in it, and to cover everything else in there. But always remember that skill and knowledge kind of thing, right? Know how to do stuff too. Gear, it's nice to have, but gear works better when you actually know how to use it, right? Really. I mean, I can't make it more simplistic than that. I'll lay it out more than that. You tried, Jamie? Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. I've gone through my own mishaps. As anyone has heard me say on previous live streams or in my community board. And yes, speak of community board. I think I might be posting more on my community board. Alright. So I'll finish this one up real fast there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. That reminds me of this other story I heard on the news. Unfortunately, it's a sad one, but I want to say this because I think it's important. And yeah, prayers to this family because unfortunately it was a sledding accident, tobogganing accident. You might have heard it on the news here in Canada and stuff like that. Very sad. I was just thinking to myself, you know, you know, what, these hills that people go tobogganing on, right? Stuff like that. You don't know the risk, right? You know, look beyond, right? Do a zone of assessment. If there's metal things sticking out of the ground in your path or anywhere near your path, maybe you should avoid it. I'm just saying about that, right? Or go to another place, right? Know when to bail, right? Because that just breaks my heart. When I heard that story, we just. And the funny thing is, this family just came into Canada to first winter here. Yeah, no, yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to say that. Right. Work with E-Tech. He lives out west too, so it's cold enough. He lives out west too, so it's cold. It's like I said, it's cold out west still. There's supposed to be some relief, per se. Still waiting. Still waiting. It's been like weeks. I think it's been cold since like before Christmas. Before that word that has CR in it too. Speak of Christmas, I have something to share too. Alright, I'm almost done here. Yeah, see. There's one spot that I broke it. I'm just gonna finish this off real quick here. Because I've been taking too long to see. Look, I'm keeping my mind busy practicing braiding. In this case, I could do this. I don't even have to look at this, right? I could just like. That's why I like the zipper chains in it to do something like this, because I don't even have to look. And like I said, this bag was just big enough, very big enough to fit a book. It's, you know, I mean, it would be barely big enough to fit like a book, like the SSA Survival Guide. That's how big this bag was, or small. Okay, well, I guess after the stream, I gotta find that book. Oh, you guys are funny tonight too. You guys are funny too. So you can see almost done here. Almost done here. I gotta remember what that is. Oh, yeah, no, I see it. Now I remember where I put that SS survival guide. It's sitting on my sewing stuff. I just can't get to it right now. But it is, for anyone that's seen that book, this bag was just big enough to fit that book, pretty much. A little bit larger than the book in terms of width and height. And like, I'll finish this off. You can see, I wasn't really rushing, but like that, this is another 15 minutes that went by for me. I actually have braided in a lineup before. It's funny. I'm just like, well, at least I'm not bored, right? Because my hands are busy and I'm doing something, being productive, making something. You know. reusing something in this case for me. Yes, there is going to be sneak peek, since I've not shown, but talked about skills, or skill in this case, knowledge, to a certain degree, and experiences, or other people's experiences. Because I'm almost done here. You can see I'm trying to talk my way through it because I'm almost done. Yeah, there we go. Close enough. Alright. See, right here I could put the Alpine Butterfly knot right here if I wanted to. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not as concerned about this part because it's really small. It's like here's the rest of it. Oh, macaroni. Well, I want to get into that too. I should know. It's got CR in it too, right? Right, iron by yours, right? Let's see. All the best, Val. I hear you. Exactly, perfectly. Exactly. Right. It's just like knots too. The only reason I'm just putting extra knots because I'm gonna make that stopper knot at the end. So just do this real quick. Really, I don't really have to go too far, but whatever. Yeah, that'll be good enough. Get my full tank scissors. Oh, by the way, I got these a couple years, like 5 years ago, maybe even 6. Full tank, honestly, but you know what I mean. One piece of metal. I think I got these for like $1 or $2, and I've had these for so long. Quite worth it. So this little piece right here, I'm gonna make the knot right there. Like I said, I'm not gonna really use this for anything major, but we'll see. Decide. Is either that or you toss it, so decide not to. Just toss it. Hey. You know what's funny? Iron Fireworks? Crazy has CR in it too. Just saying. Just saying. Anyways, put the stopper knot in this. Right at the end. Hopefully. I got about a foot. We'll go over a foot. Just gonna cut that in. Actually, I'll just add it to the stopper knot at the end here. And just like that, time has passed by for me. And just like that, also, 1 week, the first week of the year has gone by. Because it's already Saturday. We're already on the 8th day. 8th day or whatever. I mean, I can melt the ends and stuff like that. If I really want to. I guess you never noticed, hey? I'm trying to get into that. I'm trying to get into it because, you know, if I can understand this, I think I can understand that. I'm really got to get back into knitting. Speak of knitting. These are pretty a quarter. Knitting needles. Or, watch. Wait. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Wait. Okay. I'm trying. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm trying to get into knitting. I've tried it just a few times, just once or a few times. When I was practicing casting on and off and the pattern, I did it with paracord just because, well, because it's easier to tell what I'm doing and I can see what I'm doing. Because the thing is to understand the procedure, the method, and all that stuff is important. You know, because if I could do it with paracord, for example, which has CR in it, by the way, then obviously yarn, I'll know what to do. Right? It'll be more forgiving because I'll know what to do. So I'll know, hey, I'm not supposed to go that way. I'm supposed to go that way. And just casting and all that stuff. You know what's funny? I've forgotten how to use the sewing machine. I'm forgetting how to use the sewing machine lately. I'm just like, I actually have to remind myself, or have someone come over and be like, "Hey, can you show me how to use the sewing machine again? I forgot." How'd you forget? It's because I've been hand sewing so much. Mostly this is what Canadian jam knot. Right? Canadian jam knot. Just like how I am Canadian. Just saying. Like, yeah, red slip knot. Something like that. Hey, look. We're in that bag that I told you. It couldn't hold my coffee mug, probably not. But now I can. Right? And that's a segue right there towards someone else. I've shown this before. In a tag video. Right, chat back up here. Take care. Because obviously Care's got CR in it too. Just saying. Just saying. That's what I was going to say here. No, I don't. I don't know that Iron Fire Horse. Now I do. Now I do. I don't know. I guess there probably is. Anyways, so more stuff I braided. Oh, you want to see this? I braided 20 feet. It's the longest braid continuous braid I've done. Still. Where did I put the end? Oh, here it is. Just added it. This is made from pink and green. Difference. Yeah, see? And obviously the same paracord. That's a given, right? It's not parachute type of cordage, right? But I could still make dots in it or hitches, right? So let's see. Arbor can eat jam knots, slipknot. Okay. Let's make taut line hitch. 2 loops in the back. Go around the front. Tuck it in. Bring it back up. Dress it up. Bring the loops together. Right? Taut line hitch. Or what I call the cordage version of a reusable zip tie. That's how I say it. People can understand that better, right? Because it uses friction to hold it. Yes, Cheers has some CR in it too. Cheers. Oh, okay. Okay, perfectly. Take care, Val. Well, maybe you'll learn. Probably not. Maybe. Hopefully I can too, right? So anyway, taut line hitch. Okay. Let's see how many I can actually do. Let's see. Over, under, around, through. And hopefully I did this right. Bow line. Fixed loop. Which should be anyways. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah. Fixed loop at the end. And honestly, I could, use this with the trucker's hitch and stuff like that. Bridge line or something like that. Let's see here. Let me undo this. Right here. Let's make Alpine butterfly knot real quick here. Let's see. I'll do it. See if I can still do this 2 ways, right? So I'll use this method. Let's see if I remember that. So one from the far right hand side, which left, over that way. Bring that over. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Yeah, bring that one behind, I think. See, sometimes it's one of those things I have to do enough. See, let me try again. Okay, so over, no, let's see. Over, under, over both. Yeah, probably both. I don't know. Let's see if I actually did this right. It'd be nice if I did. I don't think this is an outline bar one. Like act the way. I don't think it is. I don't think I made this right. Oh, I don't think I made that right. Clearly I didn't make that right. See, I gotta practice that one. I know there are method of doing it. I remember it. Because this is how I originally learned it. So, twist, twist. I need to do it smaller. Alpine butterfly loop, not, right? Interfix loop. But you can make this when you don't have access to the ends. As long as you have enough slack in the line, you can still make it in the middle. 2.5 hours. So Alpine butterfly knot, or Alpine butterfly loop. No, see, I didn't do it right. No, see, didn't even do it right. See, I gotta practice this even more than I think, because this is not it. That's not a fixed loop. That's not a fixed loop. See, I did screw it up. Yeah, prepping loop. Yeah, I've heard about that before. I think I looked into that, but the alternator that I found didn't work. So, okay, let's try this one more time. Okay. I think this time I have it right. Yeah. See, if I pull anywhere on it, let me dress it up. One alpine butterfly loop knot. I'm done. Okay. Let me just put this one. So, yeah, I got pretty proficient from life at making the zipper chains in it after I did this one. Because, yeah, I haven't done something this long in a long time. You can see some more in here. Okay, this was just me, so like, also it's not any type of parachute type of cordage and stuff like that. Awesome. Alright. What is next here? Let's see here. Speak of braiding cordage, here's one right here. It's a sharpener that I found on Christmas time. Christmas Eve, actually. So, yes, I decided to braid a lanyard on her, just for fun. I didn't have to, but I just did it anyways. Again. So, I may actually, what I'll do here, let me open this up a little bit more here. And do something just a tad here. one of them. We don't do some of the zipper chains in here, once I can. Put a stopper knot right here. Yeah, that'd be important, perfect life, right? That'd be important. Yeah, that'd be important. That'd be awesome. I'm gonna put the stopper knot in here. Oop, I wasn't supposed to pull the zipper chains in it all the way. I forgot what I was doing here. So what I'll do here is keep this fixed loop. What I'll do here is actually, let's see, as I've been learning knots, hitches, and stuff like that, I've been actually trying to combine them. How I combine them? Like how so? Just doing it, right? Like right now, like I want to fix loop, but I want to keep this daisy chain of the zipper chains in it. So I'm just gonna try some stuff and hopefully make it work somehow. Somehow make it work. Somehow. Let's see here. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I use an arbor knot. Can you jam on in there? Yeah. Okay, whatever. You know, it's doable. I can still undo that. Okay. I can still undo this. So I can still recover the cordage if I have to. Oh yeah, recover has CR in it too, right? Just saying. Just saying. I gotta cover all my CRs. Take care, Jamie. Yeah, he's definitely got a spring summer project. Just adjust my camera here. Yeah, I got about half an hour. So, here is something here. I've never shown this. I know I've never shown this. I might have said it. I'm pretty sure I've never shown this. This is something I got at a church type of sale, grad sale, for lack of a better phrase. Well, let's just say. My beacon. Wait. Okay. The only thing is, no battery. No battery cover. So I had to use Ranger bands, bicycle aim 2. Yeah, but I'm still working on how to. This is why it's not in a kit, because it's not reliable enough, right? It's good for home or whatever, right? Maybe in a vehicle, but I wouldn't want to trust it on the road just because, right? And I don't want to use tape because I want to be able to check, replace the batteries, right? So that's why I went with Ranger bands. Spin, yeah. Ooh. Look at that. He used CR word in there. Actually, he used 2 CR words in there. But it's no secret that. Oh, sweet. I noticed the CR words. Oh, wait. Secret has CR in it too? Let's not check my finger. Actually, could move the camera as well. There's something else I got over the Christmas time. It's got a range band on it and straw. See? Or wait. Light bulb moment? No, I'm just kidding. These are like these string lights and stuff like that. You would use them for a Christmas tree or whatever. My buddy gifted it to me, so you can see it's in a straw with a ranger band to keep it together. It's quite bright for what it is. For what it is. Let's put that down. Cool. Maybe I'll save this for another time. I was going to show this. I'll wait for another time. You all will have to wait to see that one. I know. See, I brought it back. I keep forgetting. Some of you haven't actually seen this because I showed it like 2 hours ago. So remember what I said earlier on my community board that I've been updating things? I've been updating things. Just saying. Because I can. See? Because I can. You guys get it? See? I use the scan for a lot of things. Even make some sound effects without using tech to make the sound effects. Like using a can. Why is CR talking in a can? I don't know, because I can. Is he making a pun? Yes, because he can again. Is he gonna stop? I cannot stop punning. Well, hopefully it'll work out for you. For my life. Oh, some of you might see a sneak peek on this one. I've shown little tidbits of this before. This will not be the first time I've shown this. But you guys haven't seen the updates I made on them. So let's swing that in. Oh, wait. Check this out. Wait. Yeah. And yeah. Oh, and yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see if I can do this. So let's see. Just trying to do that dash dot. I'm trying. I was trying that out. I'm just trying that out for fun. So I'll probably go no longer than 15 more minutes. I do appreciate everyone that dropped by. Yes. So I guess I'm down to about, should be about 12 hours for StreamYard till the 16th. So you'll probably see live streams for me again. It's not. It's not. It just probably just looks like that on camera. The diffuser is not that color. Do you see the force? Oh, did I mention it does this too? Wait. Hopefully I popped some of your interest in survival related topics on this stream. Segues. Yes. Well, hopefully I won't need to, right? I will not have to, right? I will not have to if I don't have to. Right? Okay. Alright, I must have misplaced it. Because I'm not positive. Oh, whatever. Anyways, so I do appreciate everyone dropping by on this stream. And as a recap, right? This winter stuff, take winter seriously. Like I put out a video in 2020 about that. In that January, I think. That's before everything, by the way. Take winter seriously, right? Dress warm. If anything gets gonna be cold, dress warm. Dress layers, right? Layers. Layer yourself. Protect your head. Mortality, right? Protect from that windshield. Tell people where you're going. Make sure you bring adequate cover, clothing, shelter. Like wool, for example, if you can wear it. Bring things to drink. Keep hydrated. Or in my case, so I don't have a dry mouth from talking for the last 3 hours. Take care. I like how I put that in at the same time as you. know. Oh, and make sure, you know, kind of we have that. Just do this right here. Make sure have that energy to do stuff, right? Food energy. Because you'll be like, you will be like thinking to yourself, aren't you glad that you put the food in the car? Food for thought? Yes, I just made up that. That didn't sound better in my head. Anyways, it's a long night. Come on. We gotta laugh somewhere. Right? Okay, let's see what else. Oh, yeah. And wake up. And hopefully all the survival related stuff, you know, in menu. Watch. Turn off the light here. So you guys can see this bed. See? One of the diffusers I have. I've shown many diffusers. Hey, I can make my own kind of lens flare. Look, lens flare. Yeah, maybe I could. See, I was getting that right there. I don't see it in real life. Right here. Let's go though. Hey, it's not how big your lightsaber is, it's how you use it. I'm just saying. Right? And really, that's a segue to say it's not what the gear you have, you know, buy quality gear whenever possible, but it's knowledge, skills, experience. Those are the things that make gear the best that it can be. Especially with something like cordage that has CR in it. Let me turn on the light. Anyways, I didn't want to blind everyone. That's because I have a yellow diffuser on this. And this is just free. I don't even know how I managed to get this flashlight. I think someone found it. I put another clip on it though from something else I bought. It's got tar bank line on it. I got took a bit to actually weave it through, but managed to get the bank line in there. So yes, I can. Make halo. You know, light halo buzzsaw. That kind of thing. If I wanted to. I got about 10 minutes here. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll go till the 3 hour mark. So I got about 9 minutes here. I'm gonna give you enough time. Last random sneak peeks. Go fast, real fast. You'll have to take a look, but wait. Yeah. Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, I have fireworks. I've shown many diffusers. Sometimes I just try stuff out. Sometimes you never know. Remember, round things can go over round things and such. So that was what you just saw with that light diffuser. That's just pure coincidence, right? But it's like it works though. So I made a system or a setup or something out of it in total. That should be the highlight of this stream. That was a pun. Come on. Oh, you gotta be able to see. Unless you're doing everything during daylight or daytime. Even at that, well, it's still winter, right? Still have up to 16 hours at night. Well, maybe 15 and like a half now, but you know, it's dark by, let's say 5. Something doesn't get, it's not bright enough to start seeing until like, let's say 8 in the morning, local time. At what's local time? I was working on this top line hitch. So, say, top line hitch. Right. I kind of this one. Right. Yeah. Because you can do that. I like it too. It's quicker to the point, and I'm getting better at it. So because I'm practicing it randomly. Yeah, might as well be for a bit, right? Note. Did I? No. See? Yeah. Yeah. It looks cool on camera though. Yeah. For sure. I gotta re-download this stream. I might actually use that footage. Won't be good enough. We got about 5 minutes. So I appreciate everyone dropping by on this stream with CR. Yeah, see. Yeah, yeah. Stream with CR. Hi. Yeah. My mini CR. Mini. Real mini. Alright. Take care, Iron Fire Horse. Alright. Well, anyways. Camera here. Just a tad. So I appreciate everyone dropping by on this live stream with me. Hopefully it was somewhat educational. Somewhat entertaining enough. Somewhat punny enough. Somewhat enlightening. Like with another pun. And hopefully all you'll be ready, proactive. Doing stuff in advance, right? You never know what's coming around the next corner on the road, right? on this metaphoric road that we're all on right now. You know, whether or not you think we're in the climax of the story, we might still be in rising action. So stay proactive, be ready, and like always, everyone, as our world changes, we can adapt to skill and knowledge get better with practice. Can't help everyone out there, but one can help someone out there. Until the next video from me, it's peace out from the one known as CR. Catch you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.